Good morning. I'm just getting up. I actually been laying here for about 2 hours. Just don't feel like pulling out. I got a little bit of time before this load gets there. It's actually due tomorrow night at midnight, and I'm only about 500 miles away, so I'm just taking my time. But I'm just waking up with some things on my mind, and you get to a point with people and things where you've had enough, so you just gotta just cut stuff off, cut people off, and just drop it where it's at, so that you can keep going. And yeah, I'm just basically brought to that. I'm at a point where I got my own responsibilities. I got my own kids I got to deal with. I just got a lot of things going on that I have to really care about and not really put so much into other people, especially people who don't put nothing back into me. And not even putting a year on it. How some people will say, oh, 2023, 2024, that's my year. I'm cutting people off. I'm doing it. No, I'm cutting you off cold today. I don't need no year to do it. I'm going to cut you off cold today. And that's because I just don't want to feel the way I do anymore, like as far as having a responsibility of other people's emotions, other people's problems, other people's financial issues. I don't need none of that. I got my own things going on. I'm out here on the road a lot. I got family issues as far as loved ones who got health issues. One of my loved ones is in a nursing home. The other one's now in a nursing home too, just had a stroke. So it's like, I got other things going on, helping my daughter out, in her young adulthood, getting her up and started as an adult, making sure she stay responsible, keeping her bills paid and stuff like that, learning how to budget, manage money. So yeah, I'm just at that season where I'm just cutting people off cold. I don't care who you are. So I had some friends years ago, I used to party with. You had those friends that you hang out with, and all y'all do is chill, drink, smoke, go to the bars and stuff. But outside of that, you ain't got nothing in common. I cut them off. But some of their children are still cool with me. I'm still cool with them. And every now and then they'll call me, hey, Aunt Didi, how you doing? What's good, Aunt Didi? Just checking in with you. But very, very often is it ever, hey, Aunt Didi, do you need something? But I often get that, hey, Cash App request, can you send $200? $150, $20, $50, and it's very often. So sometimes I find myself sending that money, and that's what makes them keep doing it. And it's like, listen, maybe God is trying to teach you a lesson. He could be trying to teach me a lesson too. So I'm just gonna let him go ahead and school me, and I don't want to keep getting in his way of him teaching you your lessons. So I'm gonna stop sending you the money and let you struggle, because without me sending that money, you will probably get up and do for yourself, or you'll find somebody else to give it to you. So I had to cut a lot of my friends' kids off too, because they're now grown, and most of them, all of them, are older than mine. I didn't start having kids until I was in my 20s, and a lot of my friends had kids when we were 13, 14, and 15. So it's like, y'all is grown. Y'all should have a career or something down packed by now, and you got to start doing for yourself. Shoot, call on Didi when you want to send me some money. Okay, now that's rare. But yeah, cutting people off cold. And it ain't because I don't love you. It's just because, at this point, you got to stand on your own. Loved ones, especially family, blood loved ones. I've definitely, gotten away from that too, because I've seen some things in my family that just never sat well with me. Even as a kid, they didn't sit well with me. And now as an adult, I just distanced myself from it. And I don't feel bad for it. I don't allow myself to feel bad for it, because they didn't feel bad for me when I was young, when I had needs, when I was going through things, when I was out there in the streets. Nobody came and picked me up. Multiple times I was going through things and say, hey, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Can you help me out? They're like, oh, I can. And now that I'm grown and I got my thing together, a lot of them come to me with issues, and I can't. No, I can't give my time to come and watch this person who's, going into dementia. No, I can't give my time to do none of those things. And it sounds harsh, but it's true. I'm cutting people off cold so that I can keep going. Everybody was selfish in their adult years when I was a child, and now I'm in my adult years, and you may be older, but I'm being selfish now too with my time. I got to protect me and mine, and my situation. So yeah, I'm just cutting people off cold, and I advise other people to do the same thing. Don't let people bait you into, oh, you don't feel bad, or you shouldn't be like that. And no, don't let people get you to that point. Don't let them put their emotions on you. Make your resolve with it and let it be. So that's pretty much where I'm at today. Yeah, just keeping that in mind, that there was times when I was down and I needed somebody. Where was these people at? And when I would call them, they probably knew I needed something, so they wouldn't answer me. Or they just flat out tell me no, they ain't got it. No, they can't help. And this is grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, on both sides, mom and dad side. So now that people's aging and getting older, and now they have needs that the other cousins that they were there for, and the other nieces and nephews and grandchildren who they were there for, don't have time to do it. I can't find time to do it either. And I can't find an ounce of guilt to make me want to do it. I don't feel guilty. I'm cutting people off cold. I don't attend family functions. I don't go to reunions. I don't go to parties, and nor am I invited. And does it make me feel any type of way? Not at all. I'm actually at peace. So, yeah. Just cutting people off cold. Cold. Just like they've cut me off for years. Don't cut me off and now you got a use for me or you need me. And you think I'm supposed to just come because you need me. No, those days are gone. I've given away a lot of money. And, yeah, I wouldn't call it a lend because anytime I give it, I never say, okay, pay me back this day. I give it to you and I move on with my day. I never hear from you again most times. It'd be months, could be a year until I hear from you again. It is what it is. I had a cousin who was upset with me when our grandfather on my father's side died. And I came to the funeral. I showed up. I did show up. And he said to me, "You're not going to cry?" And got mad because I wasn't crying. And everybody else was up in there sad, crying, sharing stories or whatever. I couldn't identify with it. I didn't have not one story to share on this grandfather from me and him in a childhood. Not one. Where was he in my life? I don't know. But he wasn't there. And he had moved on and remarried. And he was more involved with his step grandchildren than he ever was with me. So when my cousin got upset at me because I wasn't crying, and I was able to, have a couple laughs with my dad and whoever else was there, he got upset at me and didn't talk to me for almost a year or two, maybe 3. I just let it be. I didn't apologize, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Those same people weren't involved in my life. I did a lot of raising myself, and I'm still raising myself. So yeah, I cut people off cold. I leave them where they left me, and I just keep going, and I advise that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here on the road. This is one reason why I think I do good in this profession, is I'm good with being by myself. Solitude don't bother me. If I'm by myself for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I won't be bothered. I got a lot to do. I read a lot. I cook. I sleep when I can. I got me to do. So yeah, I just cut people off cold. And if you a trucker or whatever, make peace with being by yourself. That's a part of this gig. You're going to be by yourself most of the time. Sure, you're out on the road, there's other drivers, but you're not communicating with these people. You might stop at a truck stop or whatever and somebody have a quick conversation with you, but 9 times out of 10, you're by yourself. Make peace with solitude, with solitary time and being by yourself. The solitude is great. It's great. You can survive on your own. Take care of yourself. Cut people off cold. Stop letting people put their emotions and their problems on you. It's okay to feel bad for people, but at the end of that conversation, you got to let them know, I ain't in a position where I can, or, I would like to help you, but learn how to say no to people, cut people off cold, because once they get what they need out of you, they're not going to be there for you when you need them. And that's just typical. That's just typical. These are the times we're living in. People are takers, they're not givers. People are rude, they're nasty, just all kind of stuff. I'm not going to sit up there and have emotions and feelings for you where you don't have them for me. I'm just going to cut you off cold. I keep people at a distance now, and I'm just not in a season of giving like I used to be. I'm in a hold right now. I'm in a season of holding. And this is what keeps my pockets together, is that I'm holding my money. I'm holding my emotions. I'm holding me. I got me to do. I ain't got you to do. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that, but there's a lesson to be learned in that. And if I keep on helping you out, I'm just getting in the way of you learning your lesson. So let me stop getting in the way. Let me get out of your way so that you can learn. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Cut these people off cold, no matter who they are. Family, friends, relatives, whatever you want to call them. Leave these people where they at, because they're just going to be draining to you. And it's already hard times out there with the economy, what's going on with this election and all this crap. Everybody's, all over the place with what's going on in life. Ain't nobody got time for other people's problems and issues. Cut these people off cold. And often people don't change. If they need you today, they're going to need you next week, next month, next year. They're going to keep needing you. you helping them today ain't gonna help them none. People don't change. So yeah, that's just my little rant for today. Cut these people off cold, real cold, stone cold. Cut them off. But all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and lay here another hour. I keep on snoozing my alarm clock. You know, I done did the most already this morning. I done made my coffee. I done got up, freshened up, brushed my teeth, did my face. I just can't bring myself to clock in. I'm just not even there with it right now. But eventually I'm gonna get rolling, get these miles down, and get on about my day. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, y'all have a lovely day.